do some very gentle hacking over here. Should help to release tension. Right, I'm just going to rest your head in my arm slightly. Just going to work on the pressure points. Often just in this bit of the hand, there's lots of stress. I'm just going to gently massage these fingers out as well. This side, and just do some gentle rubbing around the ears. Right, hi Melissa.
Hello.
Welcome back, and we're going to do something slightly different today because I know you've got plans later on. So we're going to do an Indian head massage without oils and with your clothes on.
Thank you.
And hopefully that will still release some of the tension that you have. Now, how were you after your last visit when we did the Indian head massage with aromatherapy oils?
Yeah, I've been good. Busy as always, but I think I've slept really well after that session.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was the kind of smells of the aroma. Also, just my head was feeling quite like tingly in a really nice way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was very relaxed and zenned out.
Yeah, I think Indian head massage is very good at working with tension headaches, which is, I think, what you've got, where most of your headache pain is sort of in your scalp, your lower neck, and down into the top shoulders. If I remember, you had quite a lot of tension there. And I think the mixture of the massage and probably the scent, I think we used rosemary, which was quite a therapeutic oil, and that helped to release some of the tension that you've got in there. And 50% of the population suffer from tension headaches, so you know you're not alone. And the tension sits within people's sort of head and the lower neck and the shoulders. And the Indian head massage is superb at really just de-stressing. It doesn't, as I said, have to be with oil, so we're going to try it without oils today as well. So it doesn't interfere with your plans later. So we'll do that. That's not a problem at all. And we will move into some massage, in particular to release your stress around your head area. And what we'll do first though is we will do a little bit of brushing, I think, just to slightly pull on the hair, get all of the knots out of your gorgeous hair that you have here. It's very long, so we're going to spend some time just getting rid of all of the knots. And then I've got a new brush as well, which is designed to release stress. So we're going to use that, if you don't mind. I'm going to try that on you and see if that works. But is there anything else that's happened since you last visited that I need to know about?
I've been having some trouble sleeping.
Right.
And I have noticed that I do have a lot of that tension there.
Right.
I'm like almost biting down in my sleep.
Round your jaw area here. Okay.
So.
All right. So we will do that. When we do the face, we'll spend a little bit of time working on this jawline in particular. What about just around the ears? Because often that's connected around here. Yeah. So jaw and there, the tension sort of sits here. So much so that sometimes you end up biting and clenching your jaw, and that can itself reduce your ability to go to sleep.
Right.
And then sometimes when you do fall asleep, you're clenching your jaw so much that then wakes you up, so you're not sleeping the deep sleep that you really need in order to de-stress from the day. So that could potentially be what's happening. So we'll work a little bit on getting the stress out of your jawline there, and it feels like a little bit behind the ears, but I'll know more when I get to that part.
Thank you.
Okay, now let's move to the brushing. So I'm going to start at the top, just here, and then stop, and then once I've done enough there, I'm going to go to the bottom because that's where a lot of your knots sit and I don't want to hurt. And then now I've done the top and the bottom part, it should run smoothly. So that's a better way of doing it, so it doesn't tug so much, although with Indian head, tugging a little bit actually helps. So I'm going to do the same on this side. So smooth it through there, get the knots out of the bottom. Just show you this up here. There we go. See, that's taking out the knots. This is a brush I discovered many years ago called a wet brush, and it just works on dry hair as well. Gets the knots out without, you know, sometimes you get a knot and it really hurts when you tug on it. With Indian head, you want to tug in the right place, and knots at the end of the hair are not the right place. But here we go, that's nice and soothing. There we go. Do it on this side as well. Okay, I think that's got all the knots out now. It's this new brush, which it's got slightly tension rods in there, so much harder than your normal brush. So very resilient, and although it looks like a brush, it's more used to stimulate the scalp.
Oh, that feels so nice.
And it's not quite as harsh as when you can tap with your fingers, and actually when you tap with your fingers you can't tap fast enough, whereas this, it's doing a whole chunk of your hair. And I came across this just when I was doing something to my own hair, and I thought, actually, do you know what, this really stimulates?
It's probably good if you do it on yourself, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it's one of those things. Because as I was saying to you before, you can self-Indian head massage as well. And this, because sometimes, as I said, you can't move your fingers fast enough, this does the same sort of movement. And you can do it in particular where there is tension even. How's that?
It's so nice. I'm already getting so sleepy.
That's the whole idea. De-stressing. And what that does is just stimulate this area, gets the blood flowing, makes it much more stimulated, and definitely releases some of that tension that you've got building up in there. I'm doing it through your hair, probably not an idea to do it on the actual skin there. So if you're going to do this yourself, don't do it directly on the skin, but through the hair just softens it, because these can be quite sharp. And you don't really want that hitting the skin like that, because these can be quite sharp.
Okay.
Somebody one day is going to invent something that you can put directly onto the skin, but you don't want to break the skin at all. And the hair is actually just protecting you from doing that. So we're going to do this once more round. Let's just check this is all unknotted before we move into the next stage. Right. And as I said, we're going to do an Indian head massage today without oils, so you don't need to worry about having oils on your skin for later. And we'll keep your t-shirt on so we can massage through that. And as I said, this is a good way of being able to do Indian head massage. If you've not got oils around or anything like that, then it's a good way of still getting rid of that stress and tension that you've got. Right, so I think we're ready now. So we're going to go and move into start on the back area. We'll move straight into the back massage and focus on this shoulder area where you've got quite a bit of tension. So let's just focus on that to start with. Yeah, quite a bit of tension in there. So we'll work on that over the next few moves. Let's get this left shoulder as well. Right, we're just going to get some release into these areas where you've got quite a bit of tension. And then round that scapular area. Just these smaller movements really help to release some of that pent-up tension that's built up around your scapular area. And this tells me where you've got some crystal deposits sat. So I think this is because you sit at a desk maybe. Or sometimes it's when you're actually carrying your handbag on one shoulder rather than the other. You can get a build-up of lactic acid in there. Dig in a little bit deeper. I'm just going to knuckle down the side of your spine. Release any tension there. I'm going to do some very gentle hacking over here. Should help to release tension. Tell me if it's too hard. Okay, that's the shoulders done, and we'll just move on from the shoulders down to the upper arms. Right, now we've done the back and you're a lot more relaxed, I'm just going to move on to your upper arms and then on to your hands. So how are you feeling at the moment? A little bit more relaxed?
Yeah, really chill.
Good, very chilled, lovely. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just do your right side, and I'm just going to release the tension, because sometimes it's this area here, we don't realise how much tension we actually hold in our upper arms, and really helps just to release the tension in that area. How does that feel?
It's nice. I didn't realise how much, like what you said, it's
Yeah,
actually got a bit of, I can feel a bit of it fighting back a bit.
Yes, yeah, it's quite stiff actually. And you have to do this a little bit carefully because obviously if you've got a lot of tension there, you need to balance the amount of pain that you're giving somebody, so you don't want that. You want it to be really relaxing and soothing. That's it, I can feel that's already released. Okay. There we go, that's the upper arms done, so I'm going to move to the hands. Often just in this bit of the hand there's lots of stress. I'm just going to gently massage these fingers out as well. Lots of little nerve endings in these fingers, so just relaxing those can have a big impact. Right, now we've done the arms, what we're going to move on to is the concentrate around that neck area where you had quite a lot of tension. Right, okay, we're going to now focus on the back of the neck. So I'm just going to loosen up your neck slightly. Great, thank you. So just going to start getting right into this, and what I'll do is I will hold on to one side of your head because your neck naturally wants to move. Okay, and then I'm going to sit your neck into there just so that we do a little bit of focus on this area. Very gently on the back here. Alright, that should release some of the tension that you've got in the neck there. In particular around this area. Okay. Right, so now what we're going to do is work a little bit around the ear area and a little bit on the scalp. And in particular, you said that this is where you're feeling a little bit of tension, and then we'll go into the face. So really working on that ear and jaw area where you said you had some of your stress sitting. So we'll literally start working around the ear to start with. Your hair's still nice and unknotted, so this is one area where if you've got knots, my fingers can actually get caught and tug, so we don't want that too much. Right, so we're going to start with this side and just do some gentle rubbing around the ears. And this stimulates it a little bit, getting that blood flow going. I'll do that just to the other ear as well. I'm just going to do a little bit of rubbing all around the scalp. This really gets rid of the tension. Right, now I'm going to just tug slightly on your hair. Very gentle tug, just to stimulate those areas. Do you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to use that brush again, because although I can tap with my fingers, it's nowhere near as good as this brush. There's no way my fingers can do this as fast as this can and cover a much wider area. Much nicer tool. Right, I'm just going to rest your head in my arm slightly. Just going to work on the pressure points. to the other side. Right, slight squeeze and lift. How does that feel on the scalp?
Good, yeah, it's good.
Right, okay, what we'll do now is move on to the face, and in particular we're going to eventually work along this jaw area as well, so I'll do some more movements around that area. So I want to move back slightly, that's it. Right, I feel the tension's really gone from that area. Really made a difference there. How are you feeling?
Good, yeah. Half asleep, to be honest.
Okay. Right, okay, well you just relax there and I'll go and get you some water and we'll go through some aftercare.